everybody, and welcome back to another thrilling episode of Parallel World Chat. We are very excited to be here today on episode 5, but before we get into anything, let's introduce our first host. Hailing from the backwoods of Wood Backwoods, it's the wild and wonderful Mr. Bunny Rabbit, the Bunny Rabbit. Hey everybody, how you doing? Chicken Chimichanga. So the other day I was watching that new movie, Scream 6 and stuff, and I'm not gonna ruin the ending or anything, but what really got me is by the end of it, it just seemed like their faces were, perfect for, who the killer was, his face was not beat up at all. It was, perfect. Don't spoil it for me. I haven't watched the movie yet. I'm still planning on it. I wasn't going to ruin it. What I was trying to say is, how can the person get hit so many times in the face and by the end of it they reveal themselves and their face is just perfect? I don't really know. It's a movie, but I'm afraid you're going to spoil it, so I'm going to move on. But moving on, I'm going to introduce my next guest. It doesn't matter what I say about him. He's going to get upset. It's the wild and wonderful Larry Fester, everybody.
Hey, what is that supposed to mean? Why are you always patronizing me when you introduce me at the beginning of every episode? But I was also gonna say I watched Scream 6, and I was also wondering why the killer had such a perfect face.
Please don't spoil the movie. I told you I wanted to see it, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen the movie.
I didn't spoil anything. I just said what he said. But for real, dude, think about it. You're a crazy serial killer and you're getting into fights and people smashing you in the face. Your face is gonna be all jacked up. Then it's by the end of the movie, they're super tired. They just spent days chasing these people and hunting them and trying to murder them and getting hit in the face. They gotta be exhausted.
Well, moving on, because I don't want you to spoil the movie for me, our next host is actually the wild and crazy Internet Cool Guy, everybody.
Hello everybody, you're watching Internet Cool Guy and the Beef in the Morning with Internet Cool Guy and the Beef. And if you're looking for a sweet movie to watch soon, it's Scream 6, where the faces of the killers are completely perfect.
Please, can we stop talking about the movie?
Dude, not even just that, dude. It's more than just the face getting hit, and everything. It was just who it was. I was there is no way that person could pull that off.
Anyways, moving on to our final host, it's the adorable The Beef.
Hi everybody, how you doing? So I didn't see Scream 6. I really wanted to. I'm just not signed up for Paramount Plus, whatever. But anyways, I've been watching a bunch of Tom Hanks movies, and I saw that one, The Money Pit. It was really cool.
The Money Pit? I haven't heard that name and seen that movie in so long.
Yeah, Tom Hanks borrows a bunch of money, and then he gets a really cool deal on a house, but it's falling apart. It's hilarious.
When I was watching Scream 6, I just kept trying to figure out, why is his name Scream? Dude, did you not paying attention to the film? First off, his name's not Scream. It's probably because he makes people scream, but his name is Ghostface. What are you talking about? The movie's called Scream. If it was called Ghostface, it'd be called Ghostface, he's not even a ghost. Dude, I know that he's not a ghost. I'm trying to tell you that his name is Ghostface. I think you're lying. You're not making sense. Why would it be called Ghostface when the movie's called Scream?
I thought the movie was about screaming, so I didn't actually want to watch it.
I'm not even sure why I even talk. Why do I even bother? But I'm going to get moving on with our show, and we're going to get into our first sponsored commercial.
Normally when you see a commercial, we're going to play you a bunch of real high quality clips of things that have nothing to do with the commercial. But you know what? Here at Jack's Steakhouse, I'm just going to show you this clip of meat getting cut up close. Can I get that clip played one more time? At Jack's Steakhouse, we don't need nothing fancy. No doodahs or whistles. We just got pure American beef and good silverware. So come on down to Jack's Steakhouse, where I'm gonna show you this clip in person again. Let's start it one more time. Nothing makes me feel more American than cutting up some steak beef. So next time you're looking to feel American, why not come on down to Jack's Steakhouse, and I'll show you this clip where it's constantly being played.
This week on Days of My Mother.
What are you doing over there? I sat with my mother for 7 hours. She told the same story. 7 hours.
That's a long time.
Then what's worse is she kept just talking about you the whole time,
Why would she even bring me up?
'Cause she's always talking about you.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
I'm only bringing it up every single time I come home from seeing her. My goodness. You two.
I'm not even doing anything.
What is this? What is in my face right here? Oh my god. I've said 1,000 times, stop hanging up ropes in the bathroom here. Can't even find the light. Oh, I hate everything.
Why does he hate everything?
I hate this hat. It reminds me of my mother. Days of my mother.
Days of my mother. Saturdays at 7.
And we're back, everybody. Thank you so much for watching those commercials. And it looks like GuestBot is out, so you know what that means.
Well, here we go then. Time for Mr. Kirby to be professional. Dude, I really doubt it, Have you seen all the other guest stuff we've had on this show? What's it gonna be this time, a baby?
Well, actually, yes. Today's guest is really a baby.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Thank you so much for letting me be on the show.
Dude, Mr. Kirby, you've really done it this time. You seriously got a baby on the show.
Well, Mr. Bunny Rabbit, you actually are you're a bunny rabbit, so what's up now? We're gonna interview a baby. Anyways, what are you doing here today, baby?
Don't call me baby. I'm just kidding, you know what I'm talking about. You gotta let loose sometimes when you're a baby, because you get away with a lot of stuff.
I like your style, and I also like your haircut.
It looks like that's your baby.
Dude, Larry, you do gotta give the beef, some credit, because you do look like that baby. I don't look like a baby at all. You look like the embryo sac that it came out of, and I'm not even sure how humans have babies.
Well, what's actually funny and kind of ironic is I'm not even a baby, look at me.
Anyway, so you're not a baby. What brings you onto the show, baby?
Well, these days I'm really just keeping it low, but I did see Scream 6 recently.
You have got to be kidding me.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. I tried bringing it up at the beginning of the episode, but Mr. Kirby had to get all upset. And we were sitting there just talking about Courtney Cox's hair from the second movie, and how terrible the bangs looked. Those bangs must have been only a quarter of an inch.
Courtney Cox went into the salon and was like, hey, let me get some Betty bangs. And she was just like, screw it up.
We've talked more about Scream 6 in this entire episode than anything else that we have done. So, baby, what do you do?
Dude, baby, don't even acknowledge him. He's gonna always ask you questions. But anyways, let me ask you a question. What did you think of, the wardrobe that Ghostface wears? Isn't that not hard to, run around in? Why would he have to run if he's a ghost? Why is his face only a ghost?
Maybe only part of him is a ghost, only his face died.
The only actual ghost in the entire movie Scream was the ghost of Billy Loomis.
Oh, Billy Loomis was a great character. I really loved him. I can see that there's some hardcore Scream fans in this room.
I just wanted to see the movie, and I didn't want any of you to spoil it, okay?
Okay, then here's a question. If Mr. Kirby was in Scream 6, I wonder how far he can go.
Why would I even be in the movie at all?
Well, dude, I wasn't actually thinking you'd be in the movie. I was just wondering how long it would take until you got killed.
Maybe he'd turn your face into a ghost.
Ghostface would be all like, hey, I want to recommend some movies, and Mr. Kirby's freaking out, no, don't spoil it for me.
Now everybody's just gonna make fun of me? I sound nothing like that.
You sound exactly like that. Now you know what it's like when you make fun of me all the time.
Here's my impression of Mr. Kirby. All of my friends have seen Scream, oh no.
Dude, you nailed it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to our next question. What's your favorite Scream movie?
So now you're just gonna be doing my job and asking the questions?
Loosen up, bud, But anyways, I think my favorite Scream movie was, I like the second one, and the third one was pretty cool.
I really liked the third one, too. That one was really cool. The one with, the movie set thing, and they were, trying to make the stab movies. What I don't like is, the new ones with the Jenna Ortega. Dude, I thought the third one was pretty hilarious. And don't get me started on that Jenna Ortega. It completely ruined the entire Wednesday series for me.
Oh, tell me about it, that Jenna Ortega. I really just didn't even, relate and understand the entire Wednesday character. It was so, Nickelodeon high school.
I also admit I really didn't enjoy the Wednesday series whatsoever. And also, Jenna Ortega is going to be in, I hear, Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice 2 is going to be coming out, and she's going to be starring in it.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me. They're making Beetlejuice 2 and Jenna Ortega's going to be the star? I don't get it. I mean, nothing against Jenna Ortega and all, but I mean, she's just she's really not that great of an actor. She's just kind of subpar.
It's all the things that I love about horror movies. They just keep getting demolished by Jenna Ortega. And she's really upset in the whole entire writer's strike that's been happening.
That's right. Jenna Ortega was rearranging like the script and everything, and kind of rewriting a bunch of the scenes for Wednesday, and has been taking credit for helping the show be better.
She didn't make the show any better. I could barely even get through one whole episode. It was so ridiculous. And I also love that band, The Cramps. And then she had to go and ruin it by dancing to the song The Goo Goo Muck.
Dude, I totally agree with you, because, I can't remember her name right now, because she's the star of the Scream 6 movie. She should have been the one that should have been the Wednesday star instead of Jenna Ortega. I believe you're talking about Melissa Barrera.
Dude, yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. I just think that she had a way better look, than Jenna Ortega. I don't know, maybe it's something about her face.
Hey, I'm just really glad that the movie wasn't all about Courtney Cox. Like, can you imagine, Courtney Cox was, the new Neve Campbell, and the Scream series is following Courtney Cox instead?
I'm not really a big fan of Courtney Cox and really anything that she's ever done, So if the movie Scream and all of them just, started following Courtney Cox only all the time, I definitely would never be watching the movies.
I don't even know who Courtney Cox is. What are you guys talking about?
Well, Courtney Cox is an Earth One American actress, and she's very known for the show Friends, and I think she's also that show Cougar Town.
Dude, I'm not trying to be, rude by any means, but I typically don't like anything that Courtney Cox has been in, and also Jenna Ortega seems to be on that same list.
It's also, sad how she divorced David Arquette, but you know what, I'm also go you, dude, for real, good for you. You got that Courtney Cox out of you.
You thought that I was annoying, imagine being married to Courtney Cox. Oh my goodness, you'd probably be better off being married to me.
Well, it's a good thing that none of you actually had to get married to Courtney Cox.
It would be an instant divorce.
I can't wait to get married. It's gonna be so cool. I get to just hang out with my best friend every day, all the time, and having fun.
I tell you what, kid, it's not all what it cracks up to be. I used to be married 4 different times, and oh my goodness, I never hear from the end of them right. They're always on my case about something.
I want to get married. I'm just waiting out for the right person, I'm being really picky. I like the girls at the gym who have, huge arms. I love a strong girl like the She-Hulk. Dude, it would be hilarious to see you two standing next to each other. Why would it be hilarious at all? I'm just falling in love.
I think it'd be really cool to see you fall in love, Larry. That'd be really sweet and cool to see.
You guys are a lot of fun. I've been having a really good time on this show, Thanks for having me on here.
And we've had a great time with you, baby. I'm not sure even how you got on this show, but thank you so much for being here today. We've all had a blast, and we've talked a whole lot about Scream, Jenna Ortega, Courtney Cox, all that weird fun stuff. But thank you so much, everybody, for being on another episode of Parallel World Chat. We will be back next week. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We're on Instagram, and we're also on YouTube, so we can't wait to see you next time.